this won't make a difference anytime soon. But now if you wanted to go add something to your page, and we're almost done, but let's say that I wanted to hit enter, and I'm going to type something in like for more information visit, and I'm going to put CMRC Racing, I'm just putting it in uppercase for no reason, .com. Now you would think that because I hit enter a couple times that this would go down here. But whenever you add something to your notepad file here, you must save it if you want the browser to reread it, so to refresh it, to read it again, using that new version of the file. And so if I hit refresh, there it is, it's on the same line. I'm going to do the same thing over here in Internet Explorer just to show you. Again, the refresh for Internet Explorer is over here. Alternately, you can use F5, but again, it's on the same line. So just because you hit enter here in Notepad, your browser did not know how to deal with this. It is looking for a tag. And so what we'll do is I'm going to put in a paragraph tag here. Some people put a P like this and then they have a closed P after. But one P should be enough. Just some browsers work differently. This is a paragraph tag, and you'll see how this works. It'll give us an extra line between, the new text here, let's say, and the previous text. Save it again, refresh it again, F5, and now it goes one line below. Okay, so I could have put the paragraph tag, I could have put it over here, it doesn't matter, and it would work the same way. But in any event, it would give me this extra line, even if I didn't put a line here. Watch this. Save, refresh it, but it's still going to give me that extra line here. I'll try it with Chrome. Refresh it, extra line. Now another tag we can use is the break tag. This break tag is like just hitting enter. That's won't give you an extra line unless you type a couple breaks in. And I'm going to put the first race. The first race of the spring series is in Riverglade. That's New Brunswick. On Saturday, May 4th. And you'll see that I won't have an extra line now. It'll just be on the next line. I'll save it again. I'll refresh it, and you'll see that it's on the next line. Now let's say I wanted to make this bold. Well, this is how these tags work. I'll start my bold with this bold tag, and I'll tell it to end the bolding after that line with a /B tag. So that's an open tag, open bold, close bold. See what happens. I need you to try this stuff. You're not going to learn this just by watching. You have to try it. Alright, so far so good. You know what? I'm going to say that this is going to be, let's see, underlined. Now, whenever you use these tags, make sure that you encapsulate. Basically, if I start it with bold here, then bold will be over here, but then underline started after the bold, then underline should be closed before I close the bold, in this order. Okay? It's just an order of, and there it's underlined. Let's see, what else could I do with this? Oh, let's say I wanted this to be a link that you click on. Well, now I'm getting fancy, and this is something, again, you just Google it, you learn how to do it. But over time, of course, you get pretty good at it. So I'm going to type in, I'd like you to try this, and then after this you'll be okay. href, so A space href equals and I'll type in http cmrcracing.com. I'll put a quotation marks again. And so I'm putting this stuff, telling it that it's going to use this website. When a person clicks on this, hey, I could rename this, but I won't. And I'm going to close the tag. See, the tag that I started with here was A, so I'm going to close it with the A. And so just so you understand how this works, so on each side of these tags, this is what the person actually reads. So I'm going to save that again. Let's see if I was right. I'm going to refresh it, and sure enough, my cmrcracing.com link is now active. Had I renamed it as Atlantic Region MX Schedule, and I save it again, and I refresh it again, well, that's what they click on. But no matter what I put in between there, it knows that it's going to go visit this particular web page. And let's see what happens. In this case, it's going to replace the page that I was on with this one, but it actually worked. So this is kind of the gist of creating HTML for your web pages. I'm going to come back to this in the next video. This video went on a little too long, but having said that, everything that I showed you is absolutely necessary to understand, and you're going to be creating your own HTML assignment before you move on to creating your web page. Anyway, end of this video, part 2 coming up next.